Do you use your home for your business? Do you want to be able to claim the expenses associated with this business on your tax return? If you are a bookkeeper, hairstylist, graphic designer, massage therapist, virtual assistant, web designer, blogger, personal chef, personal stylist, pet sitter, have an online store, run a daycare, you get the idea. This video is for you. My name is Josh Alballero, CEO of Ayugo, the creators of Ayugo Tax. Taxes can be complicated, but with the help of technology, filing your taxes can be simple. Don't be afraid. File your taxes online or on your mobile device and say goodbye to confusing tax lingo and upgrade fees. By the way, don't forget to like our page and share this video on your timeline. To qualify for this business tax deduction, you must determine if the space used for your business meets the IRS requirements. Those requirements are: Number 1, the company must be legitimate. Number 2, the space must be used as your principal place of business, like meeting clients or doing business paperwork. And number 3, the area must be used regularly and exclusively for business. There are 2 methods to calculate your home business space deduction. Number 1, the simplified method is best if you have a small space for your business, less than 300 square feet. This method is a straightforward calculation where you simply multiply the business square footage by $5 to obtain your deduction. Let's look at an example. I use 250 feet regularly and exclusively to run my business from home. Therefore, I will calculate 250 feet times $5, resulting in a $1,250 deduction that I am allowed to claim on my Schedule C as part of my business expenses. The detailed method is required if you have a larger space for your business, more than 300 square feet. IRS Form 8829 is used for this method, and while it's not a straightforward calculation, it is still pretty simple. With this method, you calculate the percentage of your home used for business by dividing the area of your home office space by the total area of your home. For example, if your home office is 400 square feet and your home is 2,000 square feet, then your office space is 20% of the total area of your home. Now that you know the 2 methods for deducting your home office space, let's talk about the expenses you can deduct. Be careful to separate out expenses used exclusively for personal purposes from business expenses and general home expenses. You will then separate your expenses into 2 categories: direct expenses and indirect expenses. Direct expenses are those expenses used only in the business area of your home. Examples of direct expenses are paint, wallpaper, and carpeting used just in your home office. Indirect expenses are those expenses paid to run your home. Those expenses can be deducted based on the percentage of the house used for business. Examples of indirect expenses are rent, interest, utilities, insurance, and general home repairs. Let's look at the example. At the beginning of the year, I remodeled an extra bedroom that is 400 square feet and turned it into an office space that I use regularly and exclusively for my business. My home is 2,000 square feet, so my new home office is 20% of the total house area. As I previously mentioned, I can deduct direct and indirect expenses on Form 8829. Let's look at how simple it is to calculate my potential deduction. I have direct expenses of $2,000 for repairs and maintenance, and indirect expenses of $4,800 for things like rent, insurance, electricity, security system, and internet. When I combine both expense categories, I will be allowed to deduct on my tax return $6,800 as part of the business use of home deduction. Advertising, salaries, and supplied expenses are not deductible as business use of home, but they may be deductible on Schedule C as part of your tax return. A frequent question we always get is, how do I know what expenses to claim? It's simple. Ask yourself these 3 questions and answer honestly. Number 1, is the expense business related? Number 2, was the expense required? Number 3, do you have proof of the expense you're claiming? As always, you won't be doing the math. We will provide the questions, you will submit your answers, and then our IRS approved software does the calculations for you. Just like in any tax preparation office. Our job is to provide you with the best technology available. Your job is to answer as accurately and honestly as possible. If you have joined the rest of us in the 21st century, you no longer go to the video store to rent videos. You also don't go to a tax preparer to prepare your taxes. You do it yourself. Remember, if tax preparers can follow the software steps, so can you. We'll see you next time.